Hi everybody, this is bdogasdf here. We are doing a Let's Talk discussion about the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
We'll be covering this will most likely be spoiler heavy for most of you who are watching, and for some of us who probably haven't played certain ones.
Like origindata.
Anyways,
the first one.
So basically as we're discussing this, I'm just gonna play around on AC3 so you guys can watch something while the discussion is going on. Okay, so what's the first topic?
We're gonna talk about what one was your favorite. Which one out of the 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, or 3 were your favorite?
Well, when it comes down to me, I think Assassin's Creed 2 is my favorite, just because I played it the most, and also it doesn't hit you with the complicated stuff.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed 3, I would say makes a distant second. I don't like how they changed the controls and the engine on how the characters look, but that's easy to look past.
Yeah. I think I like the Revelations, actually.
Revelations was good.
Yeah.
How about anybody else, since they're here?
Toby, I guess.
I like 2 and 3.
But you haven't
Personally?
played them.
I've seen them be played.
Okay.
And why do you like them?
Yeah, why?
Because
What does it?
I don't know.
What does appeal to you? The graphics, or the gameplay, or the story?
basically everything.
Everything.
I just like killing things.
And
I liked Assassin's Creed 2 the most because that's the one I spent the most time playing and will occasionally go back to it versus just the other ones completing them and then putting them away.
Yeah, I would go back to Assassin's Creed 2, but the thing is, though, is that I have to install it all over again on my laptop.
yeah. What about you, louisvonox?
I would say 3.
You like 3?
I like the gameplay a lot much better.
But the horses are retarded.
Yes.
What's the return in each one?
But you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, the horses are never smart in the game.
They're horses. They need you to fix them.
Whoa, I'm being attacked by a dog.
There's only one horse I can't fix, and that's Range.
And which out of
Jack got fixed 2 ways.
which actually technically there's 4 characters.
Ah,
There's
crap.
Altair, Ezio, Connor,
I hate
and
those
Desmond. I wouldn't count Desmond really as a character.
No, he's a character.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have let you play as him for certain Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
games.
Like in 3. So which one was your favorite out of the 4? Altair, Ezio, Connor, or Desmond to play as, and they're like, just like their attitude?
To be honest, out of all the Assassins, I think Ezio was probably the best one.
Yeah.
Just because he accomplished much more than all the others, and his and think about it, Altair, he was a gullible dumbass. No offense to him, I mean, like, he was the most legendary assassin, but he didn't really give himself his own sense of opinion until, like, the very end of the game. And, you know,
They spend a lot more time on it,
Ezio
yeah.
at first was focusing on revenge and all that stuff, but then he stopped doing that and just focused on becoming a master assassin and all that stuff and taking down those who threaten
Unlike
his
Connor.
people.
Connor
just wanted revenge. That was it. He was willing to protect. Well, it was in order to protect his people, but he was also trying to get revenge in the process, leading him to have to kill his best friend that he grew up with.
Guys, your opinions now. Which one was your favorite character?
Ezio, because he was awesome, and he was a guy.
He was a
Like
guy.
he was like
He wasn't a girl.
Altair was like he was focused on his stuff, but Ezio was like, oh hey look, a girl, and you're like, you're an actual man.
Not to mention, how many times has he gotten laid compared to all the other
I
assassins?
think it was 1 each game.
Not most.
Actually no, it was 2 in Assassin's Creed
Wait,
2.
he did.
Yeah, because he got kicked out, and he got kicked out the window. Like,
Those were the very-
No, he didn't get kicked out. He
Well,
climbed out of the window
climbed
before it
out
was too
'cause
late.
The dad was freaking out.
A man after my own heart.
What one?
Okay.
I
So
honestly don't know.
that means that's what you want, is that man.
Which ones have you
Yeah.
played?
Yes, definitely.
Which one? What?
Which ones have you played, Toby?
The first one. That's it.
Brain
And you just
freeze.
watch gameplay of the other ones.
I'm
louisvonox,
really pro.
which guy was your favorite? I always call it
Touch me.
I don't care. It's just not me.
I don't know. No, I didn't like Honor.
Toby,
I found it hard to hate.
recording.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's pushing all the wrong buttons. He's gonna get slapped in the face.
And we'll talk about graphics now. Of how they've changed the graphics and stuff like that.
I really think the graphics should have stayed from Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood
Yeah.
and Revelations. To be honest, I really didn't like... Desmond looked really weird when I saw him in Assassin's Creed 3. He looked nothing like he originally did. And it had only been, what, a couple months since the first game?
Yeah.
So there was no reason for him to look any different.
And the horses in this one don't look like horses.
They look like horses to me.
They did good animation.
Then you
for the
don't know
animals.
horses.
Yeah, I don't know horses.
No, you don't say!
The grass was horrible though. If you look at the grass really close up in 3, like
Sorry, I don't normally focus on the ground.
No, because
Logan does.
my camera went all butchered and it went straight into the ground and all the grass is all.
I will admit though, I do like that they brought in more animals.
Yeah.
So like now they've like put dogs and cats and stuff, and like they've even given you the ability to interact with them. So when someone's like,
elk
"Oh, I
and
feel like
such.
petting that thing," you can actually do it. And then instead of poor people
Pigs.
following you around asking for money, or insane people constantly shoving you, we've got little orphan kids who think they can bully an assassin.
Yeah. It's a bit irritating.
I like that hunting.
Tomahawk chop!
When you find like a stag, whatever.
And he's dead too.
point the
I
gun
think
at him,
And I feel
if you pet the animals enough, they should become your friends and follow you, and then eventually you can have a mass army.
This isn't
Cats
Fable.
and dogs.
This is not Fable.
Yeah.
But imagine that.
This is not Fable.
You can have little cats hiding in the trees
Ow.
and then jump down. My cat would do that.
I like the naval,
Your cat speaks English?
the naval
No, it's a
element.
cat.
Oh. Yeah, it makes sense.
I like the naval element in 3.
Yes,
Dude,
that was like my
really good.
favorite thing about this game, was the naval missions.
Yeah.
There is nothing more satisfying than destroying boats
Yeah, it was really good.
with a ship of your own, and the fact you can upgrade the ship is even better.
Some of the objectives in this one, though,
They're difficult.
Like-
Yeah.
get 10 corner kills. It's like, no.
And
a
you
lot
can-
of them involved
gonna do
a
that.
lot of them involved not getting any notoriety, and that's like the almost impossible to do in this game.
If you're us.
I've never been able. Well, there's only been like maybe 5 missions where I've actually been able to get full synchronization from completing a mission. Other than that, it's just been.
They've also added the element where when you change to red, you still have to. There's still a meter until they actually attack you, instead of going from yellow straight to where they attack you.
Well, yeah, it's been like that every Assassin's Creed game. It's just that it increased a lot faster in the other ones.
Yeah. I think it's just to give you more.
And Russell, he starts jumping up and down.
Hey.
You realize that was probably picked up, right?
Pay attention.
If it could pick up McKenna's snort during Dead Space 2, I highly doubt it's not going to be able to pick up you whispering little stories.
Well, then my teacher was jumping up and down,
Spider-Man.
mocking me.
Huh?
Like Spider-Man on top of the Empire State Building.
You should have jumped on top of that eagle and been like,
combat?
fly,
Oh, yeah,
like
the
your
combat.
dad.
When it comes to combat in Assassin's Creed, I approve Assassin's Creed 3 for making it just press the E key and he'll block whatever comes at him. Whereas for the other ones, you make one little mistake with the counter, you're basically screwed and you're going to get like comboed.
And then they got slowdown for when you do. You can choose to just block or to do counter.
Yeah.
Or
You have time
throw
to actually change what you want to
Not
do.
to mention Assassin's Creed 3 brought in variety when it comes to fighting a
I like the
boss.
double
Oh
count.
yeah, double counters. Those are so much fun. There's so many different ones where you, like if you had like 2 guys with muskets, you block both of them if they're attacking at you. You can get them to shoot each other. Stuff like that is really cool. And then the reload time for guns is horrible. It takes forever. It's like you use it once in a battle, then you wait, and then it's just like, okay, don't need to use my gun anymore.
You like walk into the forest like, this would be a good time to use my gun.
Which is so annoying. And then like if you, I don't know, like
that guy called like the duck shot?
Oh, yeah,
Had
duck.
like 4 barrels.
Yeah, that's like been in every one that I've seen. It's just like, yeah, or at least with Ezio too, they had the duck shot. You could just shoot like with 3 barrels, or it was in Fable. I know it was in a different game. I think it was Fable. They had three barrels, and you could shoot all at the same time with one gun.
Ouch.
Rib.
Ah.
And then also they tend to follow
Your
you a
dad
lot.
is a motherfucker. Because he fucked your mother.
Language, guys. Language.
And they-
My little brother watches these.
Oh, it does?
Well,
Yeah.
he said it.
I didn't say that line!
Oh,
You're the one who said it!
First.
I said
Oh, your
ouch!
brother
Yeah,
subscribed.
my little
That's
brother
not-
subscribed to us.
I didn't notice that.
To which one though?
Us.
Us.
To Lamico or the frickin'
No,
Lamico.
it's because you're not updated. Because it shows
Yeah,
Logan's
we looked up
mine and that laptop is
Lamico on YouTube. It's signed as Lamico.
But I looked up,
You're
But
Then
you're wrong.
you need updating.
but also on Tony's.
so
Then
then
she needs updating.
well, she's from Mission.
Actually, I'm... Yeah, she's from Russia. You just can't count her.
And
I know nice people from Mission. Guidance from Mission.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, right in the middle of our recording, we've got the chef of our high school talking to us. How's it going, chef? Yeah, that's right, you're being recorded. Soon they will hear your name along the internet.
Shall be praised
You're going to be famous.
all over the world.
No, I think we'll start the new meme, teachers in recording.
yeah, basically every
We've had a
recording.
teacher in like every recording.
Not every recording. Like,
Most part.
it was like for the first, it was for the first the first 3 recordings, Mr. Jones was there.
Yeah,
And then the other 2 recordings of Dead Space 2,
no one knows.
no
It's
teachers.
just guests, basically.
Everybody say goodbye to Thor and
Bye, Thor.
Oakenshield.
Bye, Thor. Okay, so we are completely off track.
Yeah, and
So, anyways,
Are
story-wise,
you kidding me? I
Yeah.
wasn't even born on track.
yeah, story-wise, yeah.
story-wise about the Assassin's Creed.
I like
Oh,
Ezio had the most story though. Like
He
had
did.
more planned out. It was more like
Assassin's Creed 2, though, I think took the longest to beat.
yeah, he is the most.
Yeah, actually,
His
he
story
is.
makes me so sad.
And he had books. There's
little brother?
There's books too. Yeah, that was the beginning.
His little brother, his big brother, and his father.
Yeah.
I didn't feel so bad about the other 2, but his little brother.
But
What the hell? Why
but
would
that
you not
does
feel so bad?
But that does make sense for the feathers though, because they added the feathers in because of the kid. But then there's feathers in 3 randomly. There's no explanation.
Well, actually, there is
You have to
because
collect feathers for
because they can be used as supplies in Assassin's Creed 3.
I understand when they had the Benjamin Franklin with the notebook because
Oh, now
they
the
added that,
notebooks.
but just randomly he's just there.
What happens when you get old?
When you get all
Yeah.
when you get all the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2, you unlock a costume. I believe.
I mean, in
Wait.
number 3, what happens?
In 3,
Like, I mean,
I
all the-
oh my goodness, which one?
3.
We're talking about the bugs.
No.
This
No.
piece is really rough.
Well, the pages in Assassin's Creed 3, I don't know. I don't bother going for that stuff because one,
yeah.
they leave too many of them you have to get.
And they move too. In Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed 3,
you have to
they're flying
chase them
around.
down. What's the fun in that?
So like even if you wanted to, you can't even look up where they are.
So there was a lot of unnecessary stuff in Assassin's Creed 3, but there's a lot of fun stuff. But I will tell you this, Connor is one persistent bastard. Even while like nearing death with a gunshot wound and like all that stuff, he still hunts down the man he aims to kill.
Yeah, and he just sits there, has some alcohol.
Well, it's because you know, Charles Lee was because you know, Connor's target was like, well, you're gonna kill me. I know I'm gonna die, so at least have a drink with me. You even see him like nod his head as Connor does it.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
Die, I'm almost dead.
And what was it? The movements, what they added with the movements where you like, I know for the console you hold down right trigger and you run, but when you hold A, you can jump off of like cliffs and stuff. Like if you just hold right trigger, you won't while you're sprinting. Makes it way easier than in like the first 2 ones where you would. where they would just have it where you would just jump right off. It would be so irritating because you would just jump right off and you just die, or like it was so weird. And I think the first one had the most maps, like different cities, like you go to Jerusalem and stuff like that. It was huge. I hated the water part.
Map size, I actually give that to Assassin's Creed 2. Because that had way more cities. And I mean like way more cities.
But it didn't really feel that it did.
Well, yeah, because you could fast travel to it.
Yeah, but I mean like feel. It was Assassin's Creed 1. And then Assassin's Creed 3 you felt like you were just in Boston the whole time. Or in the wild.
Yeah. Anyways, killing people with a giant axe. Hey, drummer boy, how you doing? Want to die? Yeah. I knew you would.
And then water. You know, I didn't like that in the first one where you can't jump in the water. It's like so irritating.
And that's why I'm glad that from Assassin's Creed 2 and on, they introduced the swimming.
Altair cannot swim.
But Ezio can.
Yeah.
And Connor can.
He's not like Venice, and there's all water there.
That doesn't mean he knows how to swim.
It's Venice, you kind of have to learn how to swim.
If you want to live.
To go on the sidewalks. There is no sidewalks.
Just swim to school every morning.
And there were clear enemies in the first one, and the second one. Third one, it wasn't as much. It was just like the targets on the board. It was just those certain Templars. Instead of like the first two, it was like all the Templars.
Yep.
Connor didn't really care about the Templars. He just wanted to kill them because they were attacking his.
Well, basically, he wanted to kill. Well, see, the thing though is that once he found out that they were the Templars and they were, you know, a main enemy, a common enemy of the assassins, he knew right away that just gave him an even bigger reason as to why he should kill them, which is why he went after them, is because he knew that in order to get to Charles Lee, he'd have to deal with the rest of the Templars.
Did they ever explain why Hatham was Templar, not?
He was basically an assassin at one point, and then he just kind of abandoned the order.
That's what I was thinking.
He doesn't fully explain it, but he basically points out that he used to be an assassin.
Because that would explain how he does all like his movements. Because the Templars aren't really trained like that.
Yeah.
They were more just governments and stuff. And yeah, the two Brotherhood and Revelations had the most backstory of what's going on.
Yes, they did.
The first one, it was more about everything, explaining how the assassins a bit. The second one explained more about Altair, like his library and stuff like that.
I will admit though, when it comes down to brutalness, I think Ezio was extremely brutal when it came to his death kills in Brotherhood. Did you see what he does in that?
Yeah.
He, like, one of his counters is that he basically blocks the sword, flicks it up, stabs the dude in the face, and then flicks the sword and makes the head just do a 360 spin with the sword in it, and then he just pulls it out.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Pay attention.
I don't have anything to say.
But you've played the Assassin's Creed.
I haven't played one.
Yes,
so.
I have.
I've played a little bit of one, but I just don't really like it as much. Just because it's repetitive.
I think Achilles in 3 should have...
There was nothing variety-wise.
Yeah, I think Achilles should have explained more about the Assassin's group.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is that he did. They just did it off-screen. It was supposed to be, months later after Achilles taught Connor everything he knew.
I think they should have talked about maybe a bit more of what happened to later of Ezio or stuff like that, where he died, what happened after that, how the Assassins group got over to...
I wonder how many illegitimate children these assassins all have.
Well, Altair kind of lost all of his.
Except for
yeah, but that one's dead already.
Yeah. Ezio, on the other hand, he's Italian. Like me. So, there you go.
That's not an excuse for you, dude.
And, Connors. I have no idea what happened. It doesn't really. What happens after his family's destroyed?
Well, basically he finds the Apple of Eden and he is told to bury it. He was told to.
The amulet. He doesn't get the apple. The apple.
Yeah, that's right. It was a fake one. The one that he pulled up was like
just a transmitter thing, so that you can talk to Juno.
And yeah.
He's called. Where did his father come from?
Whose father?
Desmond.
Desmond?
It feels like it just appeared out of nowhere.
He kind of did.
I don't like it.
I think it was what happened was that they found out that he was being forced to work for Abstergo, and so around the time of Revelations, he left.
Yeah, it's just
because in Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond has to go back to Abstergo alone with nothing but a hidden blade and try and rescue his father.
They didn't put much emphasis on in 3 when he kills the leader of Abstergo. When he just gets him to shoot himself. Or get the other guy to shoot him. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, is that
just like
the
that.
Templars didn't know that's what you could do with it. And then that's my favorite part of the game, is that you're walking out and you get to use the Apple of Eden and you just murder pretty much every guy that tries to stop you with it. And the game is slowing down now and getting all choppy. Sorry guys for the lag, but
No.
we're just going to have to deal with it, otherwise we can't finish this recording.
Yeah. It would help if you two... Come on. Give a comment on the game. Comment on the game.
I wish I could be half as dexterous as these people. I can't even somersault.
You like the word dexterous, don't you? That's next. You were talking yesterday about balloon dexterity.
Yes, I was.
I'm still confused about how a balloon can be dexterous.
We wrote it down on the paper.
Did you know that I'm ambidextrous?
We should talk about AC4. We talked about almost everything.
AC4, yeah, that's right. So, where it is, they're coming out with Assassin's Creed 4. I don't really know the details about it from what I've been told. Really? From what I've been told is that...
Can I use the 6 inches or 5 inches? Like measuring.
Spread out your finger and measure it like that, and then you use
Oh yes, everybody, this is
That's
McKenna.
why I came to
As you can hear talking right now, that's
sorry.
McKenna from the Dead Space Let's Play.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Where you going?
They know you. You're already in the recordings of Dead Space.
It's the one that snorts.
So?
No, that's what she just said over there, just relaying it, because you can hear.
Yeah, all we're doing is talking about a game,
Yeah,
so she's gonna laugh about that.
AC4, yeah. What were you saying?
What's this story about AC4? Because to be honest,
Apparently, this is what my brother said. He was reading about where they said that it would be between 2 and 3.
I
Yeah, I don't think
won't
that it
believe
is.
a word of that.
I don't think it is. It's just a rumor.
Next
But-
thing you know, they're going to do Assassins of World War I and II.
I was just thinking about different I don't know, they either move on to a different guy instead of Desmond, but it's already post-apocalyptic.
Well, yeah, that's
So-
that's basically what it is, because basically what Desmond did was gave up his life, spoiler alert, at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, in order to stop the world from becoming an apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah. So, it's either that, and I was thinking,
Shortly after finding out that Juno was actually one of the special
Yeah.
race.
Juno gets free though, right?
yep,
Yeah.
Isn't she evil?
yes, she is evil.
Well, apparently. There's no... They didn't
Juno's
really...
the goddess of birth. Makes no sense, how is she evil?
Yeah, I know.
Guys, where do you think Assassin's Creed 4 would be plotted? Like, because we went through...
Yeah, they came
Like,
up with the
it
actual
is-
beginning of the
Yeah, we were just talking about stuff. in Israel was the first one, stuff like that, Middle East, and then the second one was in Italy, and then it goes to Turkey, then to North America. What do you think would happen in the fourth one? Where they'd be?
They'd be Mayan.
They'd be
South America.
Interesting. Do you think it would be before 3 or like after 3? When after the
Before.
before it?
Because otherwise they're just wearing sombreros.
Should be something about.
Yeah, because they said
They said that he would become the Atom. They said that Desmond would become the Atom if he did not kill himself to save the world, and he would lead the world into a new era, and die of old age. But nah, he thought, why not die sooner?
They had they talked about, I think the first one and the second one, where they were about there's temples and all over the place. Yep, they said that, so they would have to go somewhere else. Either, I don't know who it would be that does it.
How about they go to like Syria or something?
I was thinking maybe, Vanox was thinking Asia, and I was thinking maybe in Africa somewhere.
Maybe.
I don't know actually what Asia. It's kind of.
Or I was thinking, yeah, we were just making ideas, and then maybe just
they were
Desmond,
ninjas?
like in between 2 and 3, where they were just Desmond. Yes, they were ninjas.
Don't cross ninjas with assassins. Two
That would be
different.
a deadly mix.
But also, they were talking about, I can't remember the guy's name though, the dumbass guy that's in their group, but sounds like Toby.
Hey.
He's the guy that does really nothing. He complains about everything.
In what?
And is he
With
British?
Desmond.
Oh,
Him.
oh, him. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know. He said that you can move the animus back to the beginning.
What was his name?
You can move the animus back to the beginning.
Hey, Toby, you played AC2, right? No? Which ones did you play?
His name's Sean.
Sean, yeah, that's his name, Sean. He has like the same accent as Toby.
No, I worked on mine.
And the thing is, though, is that with Assassin's Creed 4, it's not going to be Desmond anymore, because you even hear shortly after Desmond's death, someone then says it took a lot of work hacking into the Animus. Someone else is now taking over Desmond's memories.
But they were also that could be another one, because then they don't need Desmond. I guess.
Well, it's because he's dead, so they have to use someone else.
And I was thinking about if they have someone else. He said that it go back to the beginning.
Yes.
Before, which would mean before Altair.
Maybe.
That would be cool because they were talking about it in the end of that.
I'd like to see them go into a more of a Knights type of thing, not that Constantinople thing with Altair.
Yeah.
I want to see like
They
full
should go-
medieval siege
yeah.
weapons and shit like that.
I
Not
like that.
not this bullshit of just a couple armored guards here and there and Templars that you rarely ever
It
find.
should be
in
during like the
Assassin's Creed.
Crusades.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, and they should add the implement.
They should add boats.
With
I want more naval missions. Damn it.
Vikings.
Would
No.
you think they would add that where he can
A
climb
Viking
trees?
assassin.
Would they be able to climb trees? The new one?
Well, I mean, climbing the trees was probably one of the most useful things you could use in a forest.
And the reason why was because he was native and he was living in the forest all the time, whereas the other guys were.
Well, yeah, but it was also because it was a good way for stealth.
Yes.
He never really learned about stealth from the trees until he learned to become an assassin.
I like the.
And silently, sitting right across from me, wearing a pair of what kind of goggles?
Steampunk.
Steampunk goggles that are apparently plastic and really cheap is McKenna from the Dead Space 2 Let's Play, which you have yet to discover until
The Zephron.
the Zephron uploads the part where she's in it.
Yeah. Yes.
Though chances are they might just miss it.
Just ignore it.
Or they'll probably go, what the heck was that?
I think that'll come out before this. I don't know. I like the snow animation in 3, though. When
3
you walk
had
through the
amazing weather effects.
Yes, that was really good. There's like seasons, and then you could actually, when you trail through the snow.
I think the
you would
snow was
actually-
probably the most annoying thing to go through because you're trying to get
You'd
somewhere
have to go
fast
through
and you watch him like he has to like leap off of each foot when he goes into deep snow unless you stay on the trails you have to take forever.
And they should add more things to get up into the trees. They didn't have much of that. You'd have to trail all the way back to the beginning of the forest. Hey, beat up.
Oh God. Sorry.
Beginning, like when you're in the trees, when you fall off, how you get back up, you have to go all the way back to the beginning or find the other trail one up. You should add a bit more.
Funny thing is that you have no idea what we're talking about.
No, I don't. I'm just kind of listening quietly.
Assassin's Creed.
Have you played that
It's
yet?
just a talk about a series.
Just made me play World of Warcraft.
That, oh, you poor soul.
You should come over and we can play through a bunch of stuff and then you can be more part of the Let's Talk.
Okay, I really liked it. I thought that, like, the graphics were cool.
For World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't, well, that's why people, that's why I'm saying poor soul is mostly because of the fact that because of all that stuff, people got addicted, and now a lot of people's lives are based off of World of Warcraft. And that's why I'm saying you poor soul, because I'm really hoping that doesn't happen to you.
I just maxed out all my characters at the
Did we just
level
change
20
game?
Cap.
Yeah, I
for
think
free.
I think we just changed from
We're not allowed
Assassin's
to
Creed
change
to World
games.
of
My
Warcraft.
friend Jillian has 2 level 99 characters.
I like
No, I know,
the-
but for the free, you can max out at 20. And that's
Okay, we're gonna go back to Assassin's Creed. Oh, and the third one. I didn't really like the prologue. The part with Haytham. It took forever.
But I liked Haytham. It explained Connor's existence.
Yeah, but it was really long.
No.
No lying on each other. It took forever.
What?
Sorry, it's just the mic just picked him up saying, no lying on each other.
He said on, not with.
That's another one. Okay, there goes McKenna.
No, I'm not.
You know, Logan, what you could always do is just upload like multiple videos at once. You don't have to upload one video after a certain amount of days.
I will. I just want to make sure that we have a lot of spare ones.
Yeah. So
What else is there?
I don't think Haytham took that long, especially if you're able to get through a lot of his missions take no time at all to get through. And well done, you splashed yourself in the eye there, Sophie.
It hurt. Okay.
So yeah, that's my opinion. I didn't really have any problem with Haytham at first. I thought he was going to be the main character, and then I realized that you play as someone different once I found out he was a Templar.
Yeah,
But he was a different kind of Templar.
Pretty obvious.
He joined the Templars, but his intentions were different.
Okay. I'm okay.
Hatham's intentions in Assassin's Creed 3 were completely different from the original Templars.
Like with Charles Lee.
He basically was trying to do what he was basically carrying the Assassin's Order goals into the Templars without, and also using the Assassin's techniques in order to make it happen. And the only reason why the Templars were beginning to fall because of Connor was because Connor was after Charles Lee.
Yeah, Charles Lee was like...
So it's basically Charles Lee who caused the demise.
I didn't like Charles Lee at all, like, because he was the main guy that they wanted to kill.
He killed like a bunch of he killed a bunch of villagers in the village, and shortly after knocking Connor unconscious, and then when Connor went to go find his mom, he found her burning alive in the house, and he
was carried away.
He was forced to watch and be carried away at the same time, and therefore when he finally meets his father Haytham and they almost kill each other, it was like Haytham's just like, "How's your mother?" I'm just like, dude. Worst thing to ask someone.
Yeah.
Worst thing to ask Connor right now. And he was like, my mother's like, she's dead now thanks to Charles Lee. And he's like, I'm sorry. It was just like, you're sorry? I watched my mother burn alive and you say you're sorry?
Yeah, spoiler alert. There goes half the game.
Yeah, but well, no, that's not half the game. It's just a little moment where you actually think Haytham and Connor are getting along, and then Haytham messes it up just like that.
But he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know because Charles Lee went against him.
I think that's one part. He should have said that.
So, any other things we can discuss, or is that pretty much it?
I think that's really it.
Alright then, well then, folks, we will see you guys for our next recording. I don't know when this video will be put up.
Wait, did you guys talk about Facebooks at all?
Oh yeah, Facebooks.
Right. Stay tuned for Dead Space 2 Facebooks. That'll probably be the second last video to be uploaded among the Dead Space parts we already have.
Watch it, it's worth it.
I think all our titles are going to be from now on having Facebook somehow in the title.
Or in the description.
Yeah.
We'll just title Dead Space 2. We'll call it Dead Boob 2.
Guess what I'll do? Yeah.
Okay.
Dead
Oh.
No, I agree, please.
Attack of the Dead Boo.
Another one.
The final boss, the episode for the final boss, Dead Space 2, the final boo.
There goes half. My Slurpee is like almost gone. Thanks to you. Thanks.
You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll see you guys for our next video. Peace
Bye.
out. Everybody say bye.
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 I don't want to.
Just want to go.
McKenna says bye.